Robust GPS, enhancing GPS accuracy and security using DSRC. The team at Berkeley working on this project include PhD student Venkatesan Ekambaram in the Department of EECS, Professor Kannan Ramchandran, a faculty in the Department of EECS, and Professor Raja Sengupta, a faculty in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. This project is supported in part by a National Science Foundation Award on reduced infrastructure cost in transportation systems using intelligent signal processing. It is also supported by a generous gift from Atlas LLC. Our idea Robust GPS was selected as one of the winning ideas for the US Department of Transportation's Connected Vehicle Technology Challenge. The challenge asked for innovative ideas that made use of the DSRC spectrum. DSRC, or the Dedicated Short Range Communication Spectrum, is a new wireless technology that enables connectivity between vehicles. Our idea makes use of this spectrum for accurate positioning of vehicles. Now let's try to understand why positioning is so much important. So high accuracy localization has many benefits both in terms of safety and efficiency for transportation systems. We had estimated the economic impact of these applications to be of the order of 160 to $300 billion. We will not go into the details of these numbers, but we'll refer you to our cost benefit analysis study report on high accuracy localization. This is joint work with Adam Goodless, Dr. Christian Manasseh, and Professor Adeep Kanafani. Let's now try to understand the working of the existing locationing system, which is GPS. GPS consists of 30 or more satellites that orbit the Earth. A vehicle that wishes to position itself contacts 3 or more satellites. Assuming all the entities in the system to be time synchronized, the vehicle can estimate the delay in arrival of the signals from each of these satellites. Using speed of light, these delay estimates are converted into distance estimates, and using the fixed locations of the satellites and a simple triangulation, the location estimate of the vehicle is determined. Now it turns out that the vehicle doesn't need to be time synchronized with the satellites, and you just need one more extra satellite to resolve this ambiguity. Under ideal conditions, you would expect that the location estimate of the vehicle is quite accurate. However, in practice, the accuracy is only of the order of 10 meters due to various errors. Now one can ask the question, is this accuracy actually sufficient for our applications? If you look at transportation systems, many of the applications concerning safety require at least lane level accuracy, which is of the order of 1 meter. Large errors here cannot be tolerated. Thus, one can really not rely on GPS for these applications, since GPS only provides a guarantee of 10 meters. Let's now ask ourselves the question, why does GPS have so much of error? The main reason is because we are using delay estimates to get the distance estimates. Very small errors in the delay estimates get multiplied with the speed of light, leading to large errors in the distance estimates. If you look at the causes for the estimation errors in the delays, they are mainly due to ionospheric and tropospheric scattering, uncertainty in the satellite positions, clock drift errors, and so on. Now most of these errors can be calibrated out. However, the main source of error, which is multipath, cannot be calibrated out. So let's try to understand how multipath actually works. If you look at an urban canyon environment such as downtown San Francisco, the vehicle is surrounded by tall buildings. Therefore, the signals obtained from the satellites are reflected off these buildings, and the distance estimates that the vehicle receives are larger than the true distance estimates. Thus, this can lead to very large bias errors in the measurement, leading to large errors in the GPS position estimate. If you look at many of the existing solutions such as Network RTK or NRTK and DGPS, they make use of fixed base stations to address these issues. The way these base stations work are as follows. They receive the signals from the GPS satellite, and since they know their true location, they can calibrate out the errors and calculate corrections. Now a vehicle that wishes to position itself gets these corrections from the base stations as well as the signals from the satellites, and it calibrates out its errors. Now these solutions mainly address the first 3 errors, that is ionospheric, satellite, and the clock drifts. However, they fail to address multipath. Further, they are very expensive both in terms of installation of these base stations as well as their maintenance. Thus, one naturally asks the question, can we actually tackle multipath, and can we have an inexpensive but still robust system? Our solution Robust GPS addresses this question by smartly making use of DSRC. The concept, though sophisticated, is fairly simple to explain. Consider a large network of cars. Here, one can expect that some fraction of the cars will have good location estimates, whereas most of them wouldn't. This is due to the random nature of the multipath and other errors in the system. RGPS tries to make use of collaboration between cars to propagate the good measurements across the system, thereby helping the cars with bad location estimates to improve their position estimates. For this, you need a very reliable communication spectrum, which is now provided by DSRC. Let's try to understand the working of RGPS with a simple example of two cars, Alice and Bob. Alice gets a coarse location estimate of herself by using the signals from the GPS satellites. Similarly, Bob also has a coarse location estimate of himself. Now, using DSRC, Alice and Bob can talk to each other and get a coarse estimate of the distance between each of them. Now, Alice, based on her own prior knowledge of her location as well as the range estimate to Bob, provides a belief of where she thinks Bob is. Bob, based on the belief from Alice and his own prior knowledge of his location, can improve his position estimate. Similarly, Bob provides a belief of where he thinks Alice is, and Alice refines her position estimate. Now, this can be extended to a more general network of cars where Alice has more than one neighbor. In this case, each of the neighbors provide a belief of where they think Alice is, and Alice intersects these beliefs to improve her position estimate. Similarly, different cars in the network get beliefs from their neighbors, and they intersect these beliefs to improve their position estimate iteratively. Now, one can ask the question whether these range estimates are multipath free. Well, the bad news is no, because these range estimates were also obtained from DSRC signals which can be reflected and thereby affected by multipath. But the good news is RGPS can also tackle this. Now, let's see how RGPS tackles this. So, let's consider Alice, who is surrounded by many neighbors. Let's suppose one of the neighbors provides a very wrong estimate of where he thinks Alice is due to his measurements being corrupted by multipath. But Alice also receives beliefs from different other neighbors in the system, and thereby she can smartly combine these measurements by making use of consensus and thereby discarding the measurement which was pretty off, and she can estimate a good location estimate of herself. Let's now try to understand what these beliefs are and how these beliefs should be fused. So the concept is known as particle filtering. Each vehicle at every time instant maintains a set of its possible locations or particles with corresponding weights that say how possible that location is. As the vehicle moves, these particles are updated based on the accelerometer measurements. The vehicle now receives beliefs from its neighbors, which are essentially the posterior probability of a particular particle being the true location as estimated by the neighbor. The beliefs from all the neighbors are then fused to update the particle weights and thereby estimate the location. We also have some theoretical results to justify our concept. We can show that as long as the fraction of multipath free measurements is non-zero, the location estimation errors can be made arbitrarily close to zero with a large density of vehicles. Now, what does this mean in practice? Well, we have some simulation results to justify our claims. So this plot is a plot of the cumulative density function of the location error, which is averaged out over many simulations. The different curves correspond to different percentages of good measurements or line of sight measurements. So here alpha equal to 5% means that only 5% of the measurements were good, and one can see that even in this case the location estimation errors are less than a meter. The problem can be more generally formalized in terms of graphical models. However, we will not go into the details of this model, and we will refer you to our paper in IEEE GlobeCom 2010. And this project is supported by the National Science Foundation. The concept can be more generally extended to tackle other issues such as unreliable anchors, GPS jamming, GPS spoofing, and so on. Thus, GPS along with DSRC can really provide for a robust positioning system. Thank you.